Hi, Barbara. Thank you so much for coming in today. My name is Maddie, and I'm really here to just support you. Before we start, I want to let you know that this is a safe and confidential space for you. I saw that you did fill out that consent form. I just wanted to let you know that everything that you say to me will be kept within this room. However, there are exceptions, and that is if there is a threat of harm to yourself or harm to others. Because I am a mandated reporter, I do need to report those things. Do you have any questions on confidentiality or that form that you signed?
No.
Awesome. All right. So, really, I just want to give a brief kind of outline for what this session is. It's really just for me and you to be able to kind of just engage with each other, just to know a little bit more about you, kind of some of the reasons why you're coming in, and kind of what you're hoping to get out of this so that I can best support you. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, do you think you could tell me a little bit about what brought you in today?
Um, I guess I just don't really feel like living. Um, I've lost a lot of weight. Like I don't feel like eating very much. Um, I can't sleep at night. When I do sleep, I get up at like 3, 4 in the morning every day. Um, yeah, it's just really hard to have any concentration. I just feel very like I don't have any energy.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'm very glad that you did share that. I really hear that you're kind of feeling a little bit suicidal right now, is what it's sounding like, feeling a bit overwhelmed, struggling kind of with those sleeping schedules and just eating. Would you maybe feel comfortable sharing more about maybe what's been happening that led you to feel this way?
I have worked 13 years at a dog food processing plant and I just know I'm gonna mess up and I'm gonna kill dogs.
Oh, okay. It kind of sounds like you're carrying just like a lot of heavy burdens of like this responsibility and guilt. And that just be pretty hard and it seems painful for you. I'm hearing how you're worried that you've maybe made a mistake at work that could harm other animals. Is that kind of correct?
I know that I'm going to harm animals by a mistake I make.
Oh, okay. Was there something specific that happened at work recently that made you feel this way?
No. I just feel like it's gonna happen.
Mm. I do hear you. That this kind of fear, there's this fear that you know that this is going to happen, feels very real and frightening for you. I can really sense how overwhelming these thoughts are. Do you kind of know when these thoughts started to arise?
Like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago.
4 or 5 months ago? Is
Yeah.
that, I remember earlier you had said that you were kind of like losing interest in things and you're struggling with sleep and concentration and kind of experiencing that significant weight loss. Was that roughly within the same time that that was kind of happening within this work type of environment that you were feeling like you're going to kill dogs?
Yeah. I've been working there for 13 years, but I feel like the last 4 or 5 months, like I know I'm going to kill a dog.
Okay. Have you ever felt this way before, or is this just randomly kind of out of the blue started to feel that confidence that it's going to happen?
It just started like 4 months ago.
Okay. And there was nothing you kind of said that kind of made you think this way? Any incident at work that had happened? Anything maybe outside of work that had happened? Or just kind of just was right there at that 4 to 5 months?
I mean, I don't think anything really happened. I'm just scared to go to prison.
Oh. So you kind of have this fear that you're going to be arrested in a way due to this mistake at work, but nothing really specific has happened.
Yeah, and I would just rather kill myself than go to prison over this mistake that I'm gonna make.
So it says that it's a mistake. You kind of said that you're going to make, so nothing has happened yet.
No,
Okay. Okay. Have you ever been arrested in the past?
no.
Okay. And is there just a lot of fear of just being in jails or something about that that just is maybe not sitting right with you?
I would just never want to go.
Yeah, I get that. I can really hear you too clearly, Barbara, that this is definitely something that feels very, very real and frightening. Um, and I can see how these thoughts are definitely making maybe things a bit harder for you within your everyday life. Do you have any support around you that you've been talking to prior to this?
I mean, my husband was the one who wanted me to start seeing a therapist. Um, we've been married for 20 years, and I have 3 kids.
Okay. And how is your relationship with them? Between you and your husband, it sounds like he really does care about you. If he was kind of guiding you, to come and just kind of maybe see if therapy could be a good fit for you. Additionally, you did show up, and that does show a lot of courage. So it kind of shows that maybe you have some motivation too. But would you say that relationship is pretty good?
Yeah, he just doesn't believe. He thinks I'm being like delusional, that I'm not going to make this mistake, but I am.
I can see how that can be really frustrating. It's definitely hard to engage sometimes with individuals when it doesn't really feel like you're being seen or heard. Am I kind of hearing that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it definitely seems like you're kind of here carrying this heavy burden currently on your shoulders. Thank you so much for sharing with that. I know that takes a lot of courage to be open about that, and I want you to know that I do hear you. So I also just kind of want to gauge what are you kind of hoping to get out of therapy, or what are you hoping for?
I just want to get better. I don't want to feel like I want to kill myself, and I don't want to be scared that I'm going to kill these dogs.
Mhm. Do you do anything outside of work that you enjoy, or is those become a little bit just hard for you to engage in now?
Um, I used to be pretty active. Like, my family and I did a lot of biking and outdoor stuff, but I just don't have any energy. I'm just tired,
Mhm.
and I'm I just feel like I'm constantly thinking about work.
Yeah. Yeah, and that can be a lot. Have you talked with anyone within work or
No,
potentially taken? Are you still working consistently right now, or have you taken any kind of leave from work?
I still work full time.
Okay. And is it becoming harder and harder each day that you're there?
Um, I think so.
Think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely seems like a lot. How is your overall? I know sleep has been really hard. Just activities, eating has been really hard. Are you, how I would say is like home life environment for you? Is it a pretty like stable, you would say overall?
Yeah. I mean, my husband's supportive,
Okay.
even when we disagree about things like how I'm going to kill these dogs. But my kids are really great. They're good. They're great at school. They get good grades, and I feel like we have a pretty good connection. So home life is pretty good, pretty stable.
Okay. That's good to hear. I'm happy that you have a place that you can feel maybe a bit more of that structure in your life.
Hmm.
And and I know you said that you have not done anything yet, but you're very intent on it happening. How are you thinking that you are going to kill these dogs?
I think I'm gonna make a mistake at work.
Mm. So it's kind of just like fear that like a mistake is going to happen and you know it's going to happen and then somehow these dogs will end up dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mistake.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. That does seem just like a lot. If it's okay with you, I would love to use we call it an assessment tool, but it's called the PHQ-9. And it's just a very brief tool. And it helps us kind of better understand kind of your symptoms and kind of guides us towards the best next steps. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, did you want me to kind of go over some of these, or would you like to just fill it out on your own?
Um, I can just fill it out on my own.
Okay, and we don't have to do that right now. This can definitely be something that we do at the end of the session. Would that be okay if we maybe do it at the end, or would you prefer to do it now?
I can just do it at the end.
Okay. And then just so you know, really what the PHQ-9 is just really looking at kind of understanding like a lot of the symptoms that you kind of presented of just kind of what does sleep look like for you? What does your mood kind of look like? What does your appetite look like? How's your energy levels? How do you feel about yourself? It just asks only 9 questions, and just kind of looks at those type of things.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much for doing that. I know sometimes it can definitely feel just a little awkward and uncomfortable. Uh,
Yeah.
and so then really at the end, really we look at those and then we'll continue to monitor those scores because there is a score at the end and it really just looks at um, kind of if you're maybe experiencing some depression right now. Um, and kind of from what I'm kind of hearing, it does sound that you are hitting some criteria for depression. Um, is that something that you've ever maybe thought you've had before or something you've ever considered?
Uh, yeah. I guess I kind of thought it might be something like that.
Okay, sounds good. We're not going to do any diagnosing or anything like that. I'm not saying you have it. I'm not saying you don't have it. It's just really for me to just really get to know you and kind of what I can do to support you. And it just really helps me kind of figure out the next best step. Additionally, within this, just because you had mentioned that you wanted to harm yourself or kill yourself, I just want to take a moment to really talk about your safety. Since you did share those thoughts, can you tell me, have you made a specific plan to really act on these thoughts, or is it just something that you've thought about?
It's just something I've thought about.
Okay, and how often do you think about it?
Hmm. I don't know. It depends on what work looks like.
Okay. Do you feel it only at work or when you're at home or doing other activities as well?
When I'm at home too.
Okay. But you don't have any specific plans or you don't really know how you do it?
No.
Okay. Thank you for sharing with me or sharing with me that because I know it can be a little uncomfortable within all of that.
Hmm.
That's just something I just want to let you know that we'll continue to kind of just monitor and just assess your safety since that really is one of my biggest priorities for you. And it definitely sounds like, and I could be wrong, but what I'm hearing like is that you don't really want to kill yourself. You just want everything around you and that feelings of just kind of feeling like hopeless and that you're going to make a mistake and that these dogs are going to die. You just kind of want all those thoughts to just be gone so you can kind of go back to normal life. Does that kind of sound correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Barbara, it really is important to me that really we can get you the support you need right away. How would you feel about meeting again soon so that we can maybe just explore some ways we can help you through this difficult time? Um, does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I really appreciate your courage in talking about this today. I look forward to meeting with you again. And really, in the meantime, please know that you are not alone in this, and we are really going to work together towards getting you that relief and support that it sounds that you are so ready for. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you then. Did you have any questions for me before I close the session out?
No.
Alrighty, sounds good. Thanks so much, Barbara.
Thank you.
Thank you.